Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the week of October 23rd to October 29th. I'm hoping everybody had a great MEA week, and by the looks of it, a lot of people did a lot of work to make sure they were either caught up or even get a little bit ahead in class, which is awesome. I spent the week, took the eighth graders from Cottage Grove Middle School to Washington, D.C. Had a great trip, other than on our return home, the flight got canceled with mechanical errors, so we got an extra free night, and it was a nightmare to try to navigate hotels and things like that. But it all worked, and we got home yesterday early. So we're ready to go again this week. All right, here's what we have this week. We got Unit 3, Lessons 4, 5, 6. That's our Growth and Change brochure. And then we top it off with Unit 3, Lesson 7. The big thing we want to talk about is this Growth and Change brochure, because this is our test for this unit. So there's no summative test. This is it. So your work on this brochure is it. So as you go into our U.S. history and you look at that Unit 3, Growth and Change, and we're into this 4, 5, 6 Growth and Change brochure, when you click on that, it looks like this. And it has, I tell you what you need. I've got book materials here, but really you're just showing us what you know, but you're doing it in a creative way. And so it's a 40 point, the test will be worth 40 points. And when I say summative test, that's your brochure, right? That's your summative. And each day I have kind of an outline for you. Like, this is what you should do. Because if we're looking at kind of how to organize our time, I wanted to kind of give you an idea of this is what you should do this day, focus on this. Then the next day, focus on this. Next day, focus on this. You're done. Submit. You are good to go. So you get to choose, if you look right here, you get to choose what template you're using, whether it's Google, Canva. If there's another template that you can use, as the only thing that I ask is make sure that I have access to it. So please make sure I have access. So put my email in there, dwriter2 at apps.district833.org. And then that way, or just share access with me. Just make sure that I can grade this thing. All right, so here's what you do then. You choose your template, then you start looking at things. Some of the topics you're going to have a lot of knowledge about already. Lewis and Clark, Louisiana Purchase, Manifest Destiny, things like that. So that's what you're looking at there. You'll notice we move into the War of 1812. Some of us know some about it. A lot of us know very little about it. So you get a little bit of that. And I tell you what to kind of put on each slide, but you do have a little choice as to what direction you go and kind of what you're going to research and how you're going to organize that research. Then we will go into day 2 with this Manifest Destiny. You have a couple articles that you read. You tell us about Manifest Destiny, what caused it. I have articles for you, textbook for you, anything that you need in there. And so you have a little say in how you're going to do this. Then we move towards the Mexican-American War. Now, day 3 goes into the effects of expansion. We look at the Missouri Compromise, Compromise of 1850. Now, one thing to keep in mind when you're doing this assignment is that we're leading towards the Civil War. So a lot of stuff that you're going to be looking at in here is going to be connected to the Civil War, which is our Unit 4 unit. And so that's our last unit of the tribe. And so this week you should be done with your Unit 4, 5, or Unit 3, Lesson 4, 5, 6, Growth and Change brochure, moving towards that Civil War. Now, after this week, we're starting to get into November already, which is crazy, which means we only have roughly 3 weeks left of the try after this week. So it's a great idea. Make sure this is done and all work up to that is done by the end of this week. And then we focus on the Civil War. That way we're not panicking completely at the end, because you have to remember, panic on your part does not mean everybody panics, right? You have to try to make sure that you're organized. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Otherwise, enjoy making the brochure, use some of your creativity and a lot of your knowledge, and have a great time doing it. Have a good week back.